And today we are still continuing with lesson number 10, and we are on page 63. Today we are looking at the advantages and the disadvantages of formal and informal businesses. Advantages and disadvantages of each, right? So let's look at the advantages of a formal business. Formal business are protected by the laws as the legal entities. That's the first advantage. The second advantage, the objectives of a formal business are clearly set out and staff work hard to reach their objectives. Number 3, government tenders are usually only awarded to formal businesses. It is easier for formal businesses to get loans from banks. These are the advantages of formal business. The disadvantage of formal businesses, the formal business involved in trading are facing many costs. Many legal aspects must be adhered to. Formal businesses have set objectives and staff members are left with little room for creativity. Okay, so we have advantages and disadvantages of formal businesses. You need to know this and be able to recall them and write them as they are. Now let's look at the informal business, and we look at the advantages of the informal business. Informal businesses do not have to rent shops. They can set up their stores almost anywhere. They do not have expenses such as rent, water, and electricity. They are not registered with government and don't pay tax. They can sell their products only at places where people are around to buy them. The informal sector offers many people job opportunities to provide for themselves and their dependents. The informal business reduces unemployment. Now we're looking at the disadvantages of informal businesses. The business premises is usually unsanitary and unsafe. Informal traders ignore laws, regulations, and prescriptions. Informal traders cannot give guarantees on their products. It is hard for informal business to get loans from the banks because they are not registered with the government and don't pay tax. Government loses tax revenue. Okay. So these are the advantages and disadvantages of informal business. Okay, so in this page 63, we have advantages and disadvantages of the formal business, and we have advantages and disadvantages of informal business. I know this is a short lesson, but because you have to study all these advantages and disadvantages and know them and be able to recall them, I will stop this lesson here so that you can go and you can practice. Study this, practice if you can recall them and you know them. Okay. Okay, if you do this now, you will make your life easier for the exams or the test because that will just be a revision. Okay, so please go and study this and I will test, obviously, if you have studied and you can recall this. Okay, so we will stop here for this lesson at page 63 and paragraph 10.3.